Homer and Bart bought some balsa wood with the intention of building a model of the Washington Monument. However, Principal Skinner scoffed at the idea, dismissing the monument as far too simple. He not only mocked Homer's lack of ambition, but went as far as to insult Bart, calling him a failure. Unable to stomach the ridicule, Homer demanded that the shopkeeper show him the most challenging kit available. The owner pointed to Westminster Abbey. Homer loudly proclaimed to everyone that he and Bart would take on the Abbey, a feat the onlookers considered sheer madness, as they remained deeply skeptical of the duo's capabilities. Back home, Homer shared the news with Marge. In an effort to boost their social standing, he and Lisa decided to host a phone decorating party in the backyard. As Lisa's friends began to arrive, Homer rushed to apply what he thought was sunscreen, only to realize too late, after thoroughly dousing himself, that it was actually ant spray. Despite the mishap, the party Homer organized was a hit. For the first time, Lisa found herself the subject of praise rather than the usual snarky remarks from her peers. Watching Lisa finally win over some friends, Homer felt a profound sense of pride. Meanwhile, Bart was hard at work on the Westminster Abbey model. Seeing this, Homer insisted on taking over, telling Bart to go rest and vowing that he would finish the job. Late into the night, as Bart slept soundly, Homer struggled to keep going but eventually succumbed to exhaustion. In his dreams, Jeffrey appeared and urged him not to give up, claiming that meddling on Bart's behalf was the right thing to do. However, Anne disagreed, arguing that by doing the work for him, Homer was preventing Bart from ever learning to be responsible. Caught in the middle of this subconscious debate, Homer began flailing his arms in his sleep, inevitably smashing the fragile model to pieces. The next day at school, Bart had no choice but to present the wreckage at the competition. While the other students' models were pristine and flawless, the judges were unimpressed. One judge, after taking a close look at Bart's disaster, concluded that while the other entries were clearly the work of over-involved parents, Bart's model was the only one that looked like a child had actually made it. In a stroke of accidental luck, Bart was awarded the prize money. Bart later confessed to the crowd that the model was actually Homer's doing, preaching that parents should step back and let their children work independently. Homer acknowledged his mistake, deciding that from now on, the only thing he would do for Bart would be signing off on his gun permits. Lisa told Homer that her new friends were just putting on an act, and that pretending to be someone else was exhausting. She decided to return to being her true self. A dejected Homer returned home, realizing that his attempts to control his children's lives had ironically helped them realize exactly who they wanted to be. Seeing him in such a state, Marge simply led him to the most relaxing spot in the house to unwind.